So in investing, intuition trumps numbers every single time. And in fact, as many investment experts have talked about the fact that analyzing and valuing companies is simply for the benefit of starting you out on that conversation, starting you out on that intuitive path for what company's going to actually make alpha. Because again, it's all about making money. It's about making a return. And so last week, I talked about a company called Church & Dwight. And my journey in Church & Dwight was not started by research or analyzing. I'm going to admit to you, I didn't even know what Church & Dwight was. This started my journey in Church & Dwight. This is a mouthwash. It's a very good mouthwash, and actually it's a very expensive mouthwash. I paid $9 for it. And I kept seeing people buy this mouthwash called TheraBreath. It was actually founded by a dentist. I wanted to do some research, so I researched the company that actually owns that mouthwash, and that company was Church & Dwight. That mouthwash only forms a very tiny part of what that company sells. That company owns Arm & Hammer. It owns a lot of different brands, a lot of different medications, pregnancy tests. And I set out to do the research on that company. In fact, I made this video just last week talking about the company. One trend that I've noticed, guys, is I bought this mouthwash. It's a non-alcoholic mouthwash called TheraBreath. And good, guys, it's good for bacteria and so on and so forth. It's good for cavities and so on and so forth. And it performs a lot of functions that dentists would recommend. And it was actually founded by a dentist. And not only did I buy it, I saw it at a lot of different stores. I saw it at Walmart. I saw it at Target. It's at many different stores. And I've seen a lot of people buying it. In fact, I was talking to a lady who was buying it. She was saying, yes, it's a very good mouthwash. I wanted to know who owned it, so I looked at TheraBreath. It was founded by a dentist. But it was sold to a company, and that company was called Church & Dwight. And the stock symbol for that company is C&D Co. They own a lot of products that people buy, and I said, hey, this is a great company. Now, we did the research on that video, and I concluded because of the fact that the return on investment was not as good as I had hoped it was. Actually, the earnings per share rate of growth was not good. In fact, it was a little higher this quarter. That's why the stock is going up. So guys, when I made that video, the stock was at about $91 per share. As we speak, it is now at $100.59 per share. It's up almost 10% over the last few days, and that's because they beat earnings expectations. It's a pretty solid company. Again, the returns, the rate of returns are not what I had liked, but I went ahead and bought myself a few shares, guys, even though I didn't put it in my value investing bucket. I put it in my speculative bucket, and we have already made a return of this. I wish I had bought more, but this just goes to show you that you need to follow your intuition. If your intuition tells you to buy something, I'm not saying bet the farm on it. At least buy one share, 2 shares. And eventually you're going to learn actually how to listen to your intuition more and how your intuition can guide you to good investing decisions. We've had home runs like this, guys, on this channel many times. And a lot of it is about just where I'm focusing my attention, where I'm focusing my intuition. And again, that's because humans are not simply logical machines like AI. Humans run on intuition. They run on feeling. Of course, we have to do the logical work because it points us in the right direction. But then the feeling is going to start again. But then the feeling is going to pick up on what is way too fast to be processed by logic, because the left brain and the right brain are separate entities, right? For the sake of this discussion, the left brain is very logical. The right brain is what picks up on non-logical, pre-logical, or post-logical systems. Logic is not fast enough to keep up with all of the disparate information that's firing in the neurons of our brain. But if you will listen to your feelings, those feelings and intuitions pick up on that. My feeling guided me to Church and Dwight. Thanks to this, it told me to buy some shares. And again, while I didn't make very much money on it, it wasn't a very strong intuition. It was intuition nonetheless, and my investment in Church and Dwight is up 10%. It's now at $100.59 a share. We'll see where it goes from here. But guys, give yourself games like this. Figure out what you're interested in. Look at what you see. Be alert to what's around you. You can find some hidden gems. Till next time, guys, Javier with The Libertarian Investor. If you like this material, please do like the video, subscribe to the channel, help us grow, and we'll see you again very soon.